In a world that often feels like it's spinning too fast, here is a creature that moves with a deliberate, timeless grace. This is the giraffe. And for too long, we've seen it as just a quirky animal, a living question mark, a noun. But what if we started seeing it as a verb? What if we started seeing it as a blueprint? Today, we're not just going to look at the giraffe. We're going to learn from it. We're going to unpack the incredible strengths and the very real challenges wired into its DNA, and we're going to see how in so many ways this animal is already a master of lessons we humans are still struggling to learn. Let's start with the most obvious thing, the neck. It's impossible to ignore. This isn't just a neck, it's a masterpiece of biological engineering. 6 feet of pure leverage. But have you ever stopped to think about why? Our creator could have given the giraffe sharper claws or faster legs. Instead, it went vertical. It was decided the ultimate advantage wasn't being better at the ground level, but transcending it entirely. This is our first lesson, the power of the high ground. A giraffe doesn't waste energy fighting for the low-hanging fruit, for the scraps that everyone else is scrambling for. Its food source is literally out of reach for its competition. It eats from the canopy, but it's so much more than that. From up there, its vision is unparalleled. It can see a predator like a lion from over a kilometer away. It can spot a distant rain shower, a potential oasis, long before anyone else. It has a literal and metaphorical perspective we simply don't. Now translate that to our lives. How often are we stuck in the weeds, fighting for scraps, focused on the immediate trivial conflict right in front of us? The giraffe teaches us to physically and mentally elevate ourselves, to seek out the high ground. That might mean reading a book instead of scrolling through social media. It might mean taking a course to learn a new skill that puts you in a different league. It might mean simply stepping back from a heated argument to see the entire situation, not just the angry face in front of you. The giraffe's world is vast because it chooses to see the vastness. What are we missing because we refuse to lift our heads? But that incredible neck comes with an immense physiological challenge. A monumental problem that the giraffe had to solve internally. Think about it. That brain is 2 meters above the heart. To pump blood all that way uphill against gravity requires a pump of unimaginable power. And the giraffe has it. A heart that weighs about 25 pounds, is 2 feet long, and generates blood pressure twice that of any other mammal, and about 3 times what a healthy human has. This is a turbocharged, superpowered engine. But the challenges don't stop there. Watch what happens when it drinks. In this vulnerable position, with its head down, all that immense blood pressure would normally rush to its brain, causing it to blow a fuse to stroke out. But the giraffe has a solution. In its neck, there is a complex network of blood vessels and valves called the rete mirabile, the wonderful net. It acts as a buffer, a shock absorber, regulating the flow. And when it lifts its head back up, that same system prevents all the blood from draining away from its brain, causing fainting. This is a creature that has built-in resilience at a cellular level. This is lesson 2, engineering inner resilience. The giraffe doesn't have a choice about its circulatory challenges. They are a fact of its existence. But it evolved the strongest heart and the most sophisticated plumbing to deal with it. We face our own versions of gravity, the pressure of deadlines, the weight of grief, the sheer force of stress trying to push us down. The question is, have we built a strong enough heart? Not the physical one, but the emotional and mental one. Have we developed our own wonderful net of coping mechanisms, of support systems, of emotional shock absorbers? When life forces our head down, what prevents us from crashing? The giraffe tells us that resilience isn't about avoiding pressure. It's about building a system robust enough to handle it, to regulate it, and to keep standing when the pressure is on. And this leads us to perhaps the most profound lesson. The giraffe is at its most vulnerable when it drinks. It's awkward, unbalanced, and its supreme vision is compromised. This is when lions are most likely to attack, so what does it do? It doesn't avoid water out of fear. That would be fatal. Instead, it drinks strategically. It often drinks in pairs or groups, with others keeping watch. It takes quick sips, constantly lifting its head to scan the horizon. It acknowledges its vulnerability, but doesn't let that vulnerability define it. It manages the risk. Lesson 3, strategic vulnerability. In our human world, we're often taught that vulnerability is weakness. To show a crack is to invite attack. We build walls. We pretend we have it all together, even when we're dying of thirst. The giraffe shows us a smarter way. It knows it has to be vulnerable to survive. It must lower its head to drink. But it does so with awareness, with intention, and with community. It's a controlled, necessary exposure. What if we did the same? What if we were smart enough to know when we need to drink, to ask for help, to admit a fault, to be open and authentic, and brave enough to do it while keeping our proverbial eyes open? True strength isn't the absence of vulnerability. It's the intelligent management of it. Now let's talk about identity. Look closely at its coat, those beautiful, irregular patches. For the longest time, we thought they were just camouflage, breaking up their outline in the dappled savanna light. And they are, but there's more. Recent science suggests that these patterns are also critical for thermoregulation. The dark patches are rich with large sweat glands and a network of blood vessels underneath, acting as thermal windows to release body heat. But here's the real kicker. Each pattern is as unique as a human fingerprint. A mother giraffe can recognize her calf by its pattern alone. Your spots, the very things that make you you, are also your climate control system and your family ID. Lesson 4. Your uniqueness is your function. We often think of our quirks, our passions, our unique backgrounds as separate from our practical success. We have our work self and our real self. The giraffe demolishes that idea. Its identity, its spots, is its function. Its uniqueness is integral to its survival, both socially and physically. What are the spots that you've been hiding? That weird hobby, that unique way of thinking, that background that doesn't seem to fit the mold? The giraffe urges us to reconsider. What if those very things are not just decorative, but functional? What if they are your built-in cooling system for life's pressures, and the very thing that allows your herd to find you in a crowd? Don't hide your pattern. It's your superpower. And they are not solitary giants. They are social creatures. And they communicate in a way we're only just beginning to understand. For years, we thought they were silent. But now we know they hum. Mostly at night, a low, resonant frequency that travels through the dark, connecting the herd. They also communicate through body language, through the sway of a neck, the flick of an ear. It's subtle but constant. Final lesson. The silent conversation. In our hyper-connected world of constant noise and notification, our communication has become broad, but often very shallow. The giraffe reminds us that the most important connections often happen below the surface. It's the unspoken understanding between partners. The quiet support of a friend who just listens. The hum of a shared purpose in a team that doesn't need constant cheering. Are we listening for the hum? Are we paying attention to the subtle body language of those we care about? Or are we too busy shouting to hear the conversation that really matters? So what do we take from the giraffe? It's not about literally growing a longer neck. It's about adopting a taller perspective. It's about building a resilient heart strong enough to pump hope and courage to the highest parts of ourselves, especially when we feel low. It's about having the wisdom to be vulnerable when we need to, but the awareness to do it wisely. It's about wearing our unique spots not as flaws, but as functional, beautiful parts of our identity. And it's about staying connected to our herd through the quiet, consistent hum of genuine connection. The world will try to tell you to keep your head down, to fit in, to not stand out. The giraffe, in its majestic, silent wisdom, begs to differ. It's a testament to the power of reaching higher, both inside and out. So the next time you feel the weight of the world, remember the skyscraper of the savannah. Stand tall. See far, build a mighty heart. And never ever apologize for the height of your reach. Thank you for watching. See you on the next Spirit Animal Highlight.